What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash Restart. Welcome to this video where we are going to be taking a look at an EYG family war. So we have an EYG clan against an EYG clan. We have Sharks against Sons of Guns. And this was one hell of an exciting war. There was so much action going on here. You can see just how insanely close this was. 111 stars to 110. So of course, congratulations to Sharks on the victory, but as well, congratulations to Sons of Guns on putting up such a strong fight. It really came down to the wire at the end of it, and I cannot wait to show you guys some of these replays. So we have 5 attacks to show you guys from Sharks, and we have 5 attacks to show you guys from Sons of Guns. So this is definitely going to be a bit longer of a video. We have 10 attacks total. If you guys want to skip ahead to see the Sons of Guns attacks, I will leave the timestamps in a pinned comment below to when those start. But we are going to be jumping in here and starting off with the Sharks attacks. Let's jump into them. So first off here we have Cal Naughton Jr. coming in here against this Town Hall 11 with P.E.K.K.A. Bobat. One of my favourite strategies at Town Hall 11. Let's just zoom in a little bit and see what we're doing here. So Cal actually choosing to start off with a P.E.K.K.A. here on this right hand side and a healer in behind to just keep it alive. Doing the same down on this bottom section just to try and keep these P.E.K.K.A.s alive for as long as possible. Luckily, in fact, I spoke too soon. I thought that air defense would have been out of range of that healer, but unfortunately it was not. So actually we lose that healer very quickly indeed. Cal obviously very desperate to keep these P.E.K.K.A.s up for as long as he can. We are now going to be pushing in our wall wrecker coming in. The eagle is of course activated, but shooting down on one P.E.K.K.A. should not cause us too many issues. Cal going in here against baby raids from Sons of Guns, and it looks like we're going to be pushing into this base. That single target inferno is unfortunately locked onto our wall wrecker, and Cal does not notice, so our wall wrecker actually pops very early on here, and we do also have the clan castle troops to deal with at this point, but we're going to continue pushing on through and try and get as much value out of these bats coming from the bottom section of this base as we can. We're going to hit a giant bomb there, unfortunately taking out pretty much all of our bowlers, but it's nothing to worry about. We still have plenty of bats left up, and we have 3 free spells to freeze up that one wizard tower there. Oh, just manages to get it down there, and we still have plenty of troops actually on this bottom section of the base. The healer down there doing a great job at bringing those troops back up to full health, and we still have our queen and the queen's ability in hand, which is perfect. Looks like that eagle is actually going to shoot down on our bats, but luckily the bats were so fast that they managed to get out of the way. The enemy queen is actually still alive, and our troops will have to go and deal with her, but those bats should eat her alive. Yep, they're going to do that right there, no problem at all, and we have plenty of troops left up for cleanup. So let's just speed it up here. Going to pop the queen's ability. We of course have these couple of cheeky builder huts. Going to go down right there, and we pick up the first 3-star of this video. So even with that wall wrecker popping slightly early, Cal was still able to get the job done, and the amount of bats, the value that he got out of those bats was insane. So let's go and take a look now at another one of their 3-star attacks. And we have JT House. Yeah, definitely butchering that name, so I'm sorry my man. But we're going to be going in here with a lovely Frozen Witch. What am I saying? Frozen Bow Witch. That's what we're going in with. I was like, what's happening? So we have a couple of ice golems out in front, and that's going to freeze things up nicely to allow our troops to push right into the core of this base. Of course, we are going to be raging up everything right through the center of that base. We don't have any heal spells, but we are going to be using the warden's ability there through the clan castle troops to make sure all of our bowlers stay alive. We definitely do not want them going down, and of course we have to get down as many of these splash damage buildings as we can to allow these bats to really push on through this base. Looks like our troops have split, which in a donut style base like this one is usually very helpful indeed. An ice golem going to be popping on the top section of that base, and we have the bats now coming in from there as well. So that one wizard tower is distracted, so it means our bats will not need to use a free spell to get these bats through. We actually are going to be using a couple of free spells there on the archer tower, as well as the single target Inferno. Going to be popping a freeze there on that wizard turret as well on the back end. I maybe would have frozen up that queen again, because actually that wizard tower was focused in on that giant, but it was nothing too much to worry about. We have plenty of troops left up on this one. I'm not really too sure what our queen is doing. She should, yep, deal with the enemy queen right there with the help of her ability, and it looks like we're actually going to be finishing up here on the town hall to pick up that second and third star. Oh god, I remember the days of 99% 1 stars back in the day. Town Hall 9 go ho. Oh, it used to happen to me every single war. But you can see House or Huss, sorry, I'm butchering that name, is going to be able to get the job done there, picking up that second and third star against the Reaper from Sons of Guns. So let's go and take a look now at some Town Hall 12 action and see what else Sharks have to offer. The next one we are going to be looking at is Bruce, and he is going in against Gabe the Great, the leader of Sons of Guns. So let's see what Bruce is going to do here. Going to be starting off with a P.E.K.K.A. on that left hand side, as well as the Queen just to start off that funnel. We also managed to pull the enemy clan castle, and this Queen has got a lot of work to do. We will need to, yes, jump over that wall, and we now have the healers in. Oh, Queen is going to need to pop her ability, and it looks like Bruce actually has forgotten about his poison spell. We really could do with poisoning that witch. It is causing us a lot of issues here. Going to get more skeletons in there, and Bruce finally puts down that poison spell, but to be honest, it was a bit of a waste. All the clan castle troops has already been taken care of. We managed to get one of the air defenses down already, as well as that multi-target Inferno. Going to be popping down another rage on that Queen charge just to make sure she stays alive. That jump spell will give us access into that town hall compartment when we need that Queen to deal with that. And of course we have the dragons on the back end of this one, so it's great to see the Queen charge dragons getting some love. I love this strategy. I actually use it a lot for farming, and I 3-star more often than not. Like, it's actually very strong, but it can be very, very risky indeed. But Bruce is going to be able to pull it off here, getting that town hall down. Nothing to worry about with that Giga Bomb. And we now have our dragons coming in from the bottom section of the base. And if I pause it here, a bit of a strange one, to be honest. We have the Eagle artillery down here at the bottom and not in the center of the base. So I'm wondering if it's maybe a flaw in the base design. I'm not too sure, but it means that we can get that Eagle dealt with very, very quickly. Going to be using the Warden's ability there as well, nice and early on, to just get through some of those Eagle shots, and we will be able to continue pressing on through this base. We of course have that air sweeper in the middle that is going to be causing us a few issues, but we still have a Queen alive, so she should be able to do some decent work for us in that section. She is now going to get onto that air defense at the top of the base, so we only really have to worry about the back end of this one. We do not, however, have any spells left, and we have that multi-target Inferno to deal with, so we really need these max balloons from that Stone Slammer to do some serious work for us on the back end here. Looks like our Warden is going to be taken care of right there, but this air defense is not going to be able to stop this huge pack of balloons here on the back end from 3-starring this base. And I really do not know what the Queen is doing here. She is bashing on a wall. She's probably going to get those gold collectors over there. Come on, Queen, go and do some actual decent work. Now she's not, oh, she's just an overpowered wall breaker, let's face it. But Bruce is going to be able to pick up the 3-star on this one, and look at the amount of troops he still has up left. So many dragons here, so many balloons. Let's just speed it up a little bit to finish off this one. But I love watching these style of attacks. Such a fantastic Queen charge there, got huge value. You can see taking care of all of that left hand section of the base, and the dragons push through all of the rest. So a very strong attack there for our third one of this video. Let's go and take a look at the fourth attack from Sharks. Crawdaddy Jr., the leader, or one of the co-leaders anyway, in Sharks, is going to be going in on this one with another P.E.K.K.A. bow bat. So such a popular strategy. I love watching them. Sometimes they do look a bit spammy, but there is a lot of strategy to them, and you have to pull it off right. So we're going to be getting a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s there on the left and on the right to just start that funnel. The rest of them are going to be pushing right up through the center of this base. The Wall Wrecker should be able to get some pretty good value for us here. Out comes the Lava Hound and 2 balloons from that clan castle, of course. Going to be poisoning them up as quickly as we can to deal with them. Warden's ability was used nice and early on to make sure we defended against some of those eagle shots. we're going to have 1, 2, 3 more shots raining down from the skies, actually on our bowlers, which we really could do with them not hitting. We popped the Lava Hound in the center there, and we are now on to that Giga Bomb, the Giga Tesla, excuse me, on the Town Hall. But we are so distracted. There are so many other troops in there. What are those P.E.K.K.A.s doing? They're going everywhere but that Town Hall. We need to get it down. Boom. Finally goes down, because I was expecting those bats to go straight in there and get roasted. But we're going to be freezing up that multi-target Inferno there to allow these bats to continue pressing on through this base. They have got pretty good value, and we're going to use another freeze there to make sure we get through that Inferno tower. But that Wizard tower, unfortunately, on the back end there is going to pretty much one-shot all of our bats. We do have a couple of Wizards here on the back end, going to be doing some decent cleanup for us, so timing shouldn't be too much of an issue. And we, of course, still have the Queen's ability in hand. So she's going to swing around this wall section, come up and deal with this Wizard tower, and then press on through to some of the other defenses. We still have 2 P.E.K.K.A.s up as well, one dealing with some of the outer buildings here on this left hand side, the other one doing the Queen's job and shooting on some walls. Oh no, it looks like the Queen's also doing that, but we will just speed this up to finish off this one. As you can see, Crawdaddy definitely got it in the bag here with 2 P.E.K.K.A.s left up, a few Wizards, and the Grand Warden and Archer Queen. So another very, very strong Town Hall 12 3-star there to show you guys. And the next one we have is a Town Hall 13 Yeti Smash, and it's a very exciting one indeed. So let's go and take a look. And the next one is also coming in from Crawdaddy, and you can see a mass Yeti Smash. 15 Yetis going in on this base. We are going to be quaking all of that center of the base wide open, getting some decent damage as well onto that Eagle artillery, and then we are going to start dropping all of these 15 Yetis into the base. And I cannot wait to see these Yetimites doing some serious work on this one. I love watching those little Yetimites pop out and rip these defensive structures apart. So we are going to be able to jump into the Town Hall compartment as well, and that's going to be very handy to get that down nice and quickly. Queen going to be able to do some good work for us. Unfortunately, it looks like that single target Inferno is actually locked onto her, so we are going to have to use the Warden's ability nice and early. Luckily, times it just right so we can get through that Giga Bomb. Going to be getting some Hog Riders here from, of course, that Siege Barracks on the left hand side. We do have a heal spell for that, which will probably be going down. Yep, going to be going down right there. It's also going to bring that Yeti in the mix back up to full health. We have a couple of troops on the right, quite a few troops in the center, and then of course we have those Hog Riders swinging around with the help of the Royal Champion from the left hand side, and they are going to all combine. They're going to merge together on the back end of this one, and look at the absolute overkill on this attack. Absolutely insane. 3 of those Hog Riders getting sprung away there, and I love those hammers on the new Hog Riders. They look absolutely awesome. Actually going to be popping that Lava Hound here on the back end. We do still have the Royal Champion's ability, which is going to be popped right there. Completely wasted, to be fair, on those lava pups, but nonetheless we have so many troops left up that this one is definitely in the bag. We just have that one sneaky little builder hut there, but the Royal Champion is going to deal with that and pick up the 5th and final 3-star for the Sharks on this in this video, excuse me. My words are definitely getting all jumbled up, so just bear with me. We are now going to be moving on to go and take a look at some of the Sons of Guns attacks. So these guys are just as good as Sharks. You guys could see just how close the score was. They still managed to pick up 110 stars. So make sure you guys stay tuned and watch some of these fantastic attacks. Let's go and take a look. And the next one we have is, of course, from Mr. Have from Sons of Guns. Getting these guys kicked off, and let's see how he's going to do it. Looks like he's going to be going in with a Bow Witch, one of my favourite Town Hall 10 strategies. You can definitely rip through a lot of bases using this strategy. Actually going to be starting off with a bit of a Queen charge here on the right hand side. Unfortunately, that Queen, those healers just getting picked off there. One of them getting taken down by that air defense, slightly misplaced there from Mr. Have, and it means we lose one of our healers very, very early on. But we are now pushing into the base. We have a couple of giants out in front just to draw any fire from those troops. We're also going to be freezing up that single target Inferno as well as those Clan Castle troops, getting huge value out of that poison spell on the enemy Queen, on some skeleton traps, and on all of those Clan Castle troops, and it means that we will be able to completely rip through the right hand side of this base. Of course, going to be raging up those bowlers from the clan castle. The healers coming in behind doing a great job at bringing them back up to full health. Another rage spell goes down, and that jump spell has given us access into 4 of the other compartments. Looks like a couple of the witches have actually swung around to the bottom left hand side of this base, so it might be worth keeping an eye on them. They should get some decent value for us. What's the queen doing? That's right, she's shooting on a wall, but the queen will also rip through a lot of these buildings in the centre, some important structures there. She's currently taking down that expo, and we have the king, bowlers, giants, witches, everything else up on the top section of the base. And this one is definitely going to be some overkill. And the queen's decided, nah, I'm not going to shoot on that wall anymore. I'm going to use that jump spell, which was there all along. And I'm going to go in and take down some of these other defences. We still have the king's ability in hand, as well as the queen's ability in hand. So Mr. Have completely ripping through this base, absolutely showing us how it should be done at Town Hall 10. Very, very impressive stuff indeed. We probably don't even need to use the king's ability, but why not pop it and completely overkill this base? Yep, gonna pop it right there. And look at the amount of troops we still have up. So many here on the back end of this one. They are going to catch a giant bomb, but who cares? We're still going to be able to pick up that 3-star nonetheless. So a very impressive start here for Sons of Guns. Let's go and take a look now at some Town Hall 11 3-stars from them. Baby Raids is going to be coming in here against this Town Hall 11 with a bit of a pickup bow bat. You can see obviously this Town Hall 11 is nowhere near max, and we don't actually even have the Eagle artillery, but I still wanted to showcase it because I thought it was just such a well executed attack. I know it is a bit of a dip, and Jason here is obviously quite new to Town Hall 11, but like I said, I wanted to showcase it. I thought it was pretty strong and very well executed. So we're going to be getting the P.E.K.K.A.s, the bowlers, all in behind this wall wrecker, which actually has taken a huge amount of damage very early on, and unfortunately we are going to lose it before it's even pushed through the second section of this base. So yeah, losing a huge portion of our attack very early on could have cost Baby Raids, but they don't let it stop them. They're going to use a rage through the center of the base, going to get as much value as they can before getting these bats in. We have those 2 wizard towers in the center that we really could do with getting down. We should be able to take down that multi-target Inferno, yes, before those bats get ripped apart. Those will tear through the right hand side of this base, absolutely no problem. Baby Ray's actually deciding to use a free spell on that Tesla farm just to make sure we don't lose too many bats before they push up to the top section of this base. Going to be freezing up, of course, that multi-target Inferno. Are the bats going to get onto it? Yes, but we have another free spell, so it doesn't matter anyway. And they completely ripped through the remaining defenses. And yeah, I just thought this was such an impressive attack, with the fact that the wall wrecker went down so early in the attack. Baby Rays didn't let it stop them. They got those rage spells down. They got the buildings they needed to before using those bats. Gonna swag the Queen's ability there as well, so some impressive stuff for sure. So let's go and take a look now at another Town Hall. In fact, no, it's a Town Hall 12 next, excuse me. Of course, we showed Gabe the Great Defense, so we have to show an attack from him as well. Going to be coming in on this Town Hall 12. Not even going to try and pronounce that one from Sharks. Going to be coming in here with a Bow Witch bat. So going to be starting off with a baby dragon on the bottom section on this gold storage to just clear that out. We also have a couple of giants to draw the fire and some wizards in behind to start cleaning out some of these outer buildings. And of course, with any attack, getting the funnel sorted is very, very important indeed. We are now going to be getting our queen charge in from the left hand side of this base. Going to be getting another couple of giants in to draw that fire. Just a way to make sure that queen goes the way we want her to. Yep, she's going to push down and into the base, making sure that funnel is set. We are now going to be getting that wall wrecker in. A couple of ice golems, our witches, and then our bowlers will also go in. We have the king going in with this main push as well. Everything now going to be coming in. We of course have those max level bat spells, those level 5 bat spells for the back end of this one, so make sure you stay tuned for when they come in. The ice golem going to be popping, freezing up plenty of defenses for us, poisoning the clan castle troops as well. In fact, no, we're not poisoning the clan castle troops, excuse me. We are using the Grand Warden's ability and a rage spell to get through the clan castle troops, we are going to be jumping into that town hall compartment. Unfortunately, we do not actually get into that top section of the base, which probably is a blessing in disguise, because these bats were going to go and rip through that anyway, and it means that we continue our path through this right hand side of the base. Of course, going to be using those free spells as and when needed on the top section to make sure we can get through that wizard tower without it causing us too many issues. And we have one free spell here for the back end of this one, which is going to go down right there on that wizard tower. The bat's going to completely tear through these defenses, and this one, another complete overkill. Gabe the Great showing just how good Sons of Guns can be, and oh, they were so unlucky. It was insanely close. Both of these clans such strong attackers. So let's just speed it up a little bit there to finish off, and another 3-star there for Sons of Guns. So let's go and take a look now at yeah, a very nice attack. Let's go and take a look. Jared or Jard, not really too sure how they pronounce it, is going to be coming in with a mass Yeti attack here, and we have 8 earthquake spells. Yes, you heard me right, 8 earthquake spells, going to completely open up all of this base for Jared to go in and tear it apart. So we're going to be starting off with a couple of Yetis down in the bottom section of the base, in behind an ice golem. We also have the king up on the top section of the base, and unfortunately that the town hall, excuse me, is already activated, because of course we did use those earthquake spells, but it does also mean that that town hall is on pretty low health. We've managed to knock off a decent chunk of it already, so we should not have too much to worry about. The funnel is now set, and all of our troops are going to be pushing in. I take that back. Our funnel not fully set. Unfortunately, it looks like a few of our Yetis going to be pushing off to that bottom section of the base, and we are of course going to be quaking in through that other section of the base, completely opening everything up for our Yetis. Going to be getting a poison spell, of course, down on the clan castle troops. We've already used our warden's ability nice and early on, and we really need these Yetis to really push on through this base and get that scatter shot down. Luckily, one of our ice golems pops right there, and it freezes up that scatter shot, which means because these Yetis are so packed together, they'll be able to get in nice and close to that scatter shot, and it will not be able to hit them. We have the hog riders coming out of that siege barracks, of course, on the back end of this one. Going to be pushing through some of these defenses on the top section of the base, but look at that, we still have the eagle artillery in the center of the base activated, and we do not want that up for too much longer. We have no spells left up. That tornado trap going to be holding all of our hog riders as well as our royal champion there in that section of the base, but luckily the hog riders are going to be able to get through. Going to be using the royal champion's ability. Of course, it's not going to be enough to get that eagle artillery down, but she is going to come in and be able to get a few shots on that, and it will go down. So the royal champion, the MVP of this one, able to tear through all of this right hand side and the bottom section of the base for us. And even with not too many troops remaining, Jared shows us just how strong these Yetis are. It is unbelievable, and I love seeing those quad quakes, the one at the start and then the one in the center. Very, very impressive stuff indeed. And just as this one finishes off, we pick up another 3-star there for this video. And of course, we're going to be moving on here to the 10th and final attack of this video. I really hope you guys have been enjoying it. We have a very special one to finish off. One of the best names I've seen, Gurgling Steak. I mean, we of course had to show one of their attacks. Just such a fantastic name. Going to be coming in here with a Quad Quake P.E.K.K.A. Yeti Bowler Smash. So I love this attack. He actually got a 6-pack in this war, so a huge victory for Gurgling Steak in this one, a huge performance. Going to be getting everything pushing in, including that new siege barracks, and those wizards actually get some huge value. I wasn't too sure about the siege barracks at first, but it's definitely very, very strong indeed. We're of course going to be poisoning that clan castle and raging as and when we need to, and we definitely need to right now with so many defenses pounding down on our troops. Going to be using... Nope, we've already used the warden's ability, excuse me. We've actually got some clan castle troops coming out in the back end of this one, and what I thought was quite interesting is most of the time in the siege barracks we see the hog riders coming out, and I really think that the hog riders would have been way better than bringing the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A. Giant and Ice Golem that Gurgling did decide to bring, but obviously it's worked for him if he's managed to pick up a 6-pack war. We still have the majority of our troops down in the bottom section of the base, the Queen's ability and the Royal Champion's ability both still in hand. So this one definitely easily in the bag. The Queen going to pop her ability on the top section of the base. Royal Champion going to pop her ability on the left hand side of the base. And this one easily in the bag here for Gurgling Steak. So let's just speed it up here 2 times 4 to finish off this video. And I want you guys to let me know below, were you supporting Sharks or were you supporting Sons of Guns? And which one of these 10, yes 10 attacks, probably one of my longest videos in a while, was your favourite. I really enjoyed bringing you guys this video. It's an absolute pleasure as always to record the EYG stuff. If you guys have anything for me to record, join my Discord. There's a link below, and say, hey, I've got some fantastic content. I really think it would be great to be on the channel, and I'll come by. Why not? I'll stop by and see what you guys have. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, leave a comment which attack was the best, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. Peace.